I'm live. I said, skitty skit scat scat. It's the comeback. You know what I'm talking about? I said, skitty scat scat scat. It's the comeback. Everybody know I like to enunciate. You been in around anyone enunciating? You know, I said, spiritually, I was doing $5 reading, $5 reading, and everybody ran to go live. So if they live right now, you know it's them. Listen, I put some cards, right? I'm sitting near my car right now. And there's some interesting info right here. You know the LAW of pragmatism. That's telling right there. And I do mean that's telling. Interesting enough, my finesse card came out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So who is talking and who is telling and who's talking and telling tonight? Y'all know my GANG card came out too. You know what I'm saying? That's why they want my neck is hot with a AW. You know what I'm talking about? Just like him, he hot. The reading I'm working on, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Is interesting. Because somebody is with the ish, and I do mean with it. Spoiler alert. Anytime my Chariot BOMB card come out, it's about to be hot cakes. Who been over there on the go? You know what I'm talking about? You know, that card has dual meanings, right? Y'all know that's my 4th of July card. So you already know what that's about. Tat-a-tat-tat-tat. Skittity scat scat. And that is dual. Is the power of 3 over there at your house? I said the power of 3, not the power company. Because apparently they said, when I said, at least you got a house, they said, you ain't in no house, but I got power where I'm at. You know what I'm talking about? Feels good to be the queen. Do that queen feel good? You know what I'm talking about? The cafe queen. Gotcha. I gotcha. Share this to the go. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all seen any go? Put a bing in front of it. Content lately? Ooh wee. I said a skittity scat scat scat. you talking about? I'm talking about somebody that is with the ish, figuratively and metaphorically. Y'all seen that Shango reading? Shango and Ogun. You say you're on Channel Shango. Are you sure about that? Are you sure? You're not really sure. The thing about certain ones is they don't like to talk. You know, they don't. Ogun say, I am Ogun Osifio. And they say they Osifio. Gotcha. I told y'all don't be repeating. I be telling y'all and y'all just be like, either don't want me connected. I do want you connected. I do want you connected. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you the truth. Listen, I was sitting here earlier after I got off live, right? And I was just thinking about some things. You know, when you're a mature woman, not elder, you know, people expect you to do certain things, right? And sometimes I do it, you know. It's not perfect. I do it not, you know, because you expect more out of certain people. You know what I'm saying? They probably feel the same way about me. You know what I'm saying? You see certain women specifically, right? And you say, I expect more out of them. You know, we hold older women to a certain level, especially when we know that their children are celebrities. You know, so it's like, you know, I'm wrestling in my mind. I'm like, she shouldn't have did that, right? And then I'm like, she talking. I'm like, all right, I can dig it. You know, so it take me a minute because it's not a jelly thing with me. It's like you expect a certain type of energy from someone that is older and they have grown children in the industry. You know, I can say, you know, mine's probably say the same thing, you know. But the thing about it is, we not our grandparents, we're not our parents. You know, so when someone of age over 40 start talking, it's like you waiting for jewels to drop. And they just be so subtle. You know, sometimes we get too comfortable with individuals. For me, I don't like having my face in the camera because, you know, my work. You know, I done seen too many eyes buggle, cross, one be over here, one be over there, and that's a sign for me. You know, that means somebody been doing the Watusi and the graveyard mash on you. You know what I'm talking about? It's Mafuso. That's what it is. You don't want nobody doing the Iggy Shuffle and the drop it like it's hot on you. Y'all see Amy, I pulled some cards. I only got my deck here. You know. I said, let me just grab my deck. Cause I like to make them sweat. Y'all seen Lavish D? New music. I don't know where I'm at, right? Why everybody always backing that thing up next to me? Like, come on, man. This is the spot right here, I'm telling y'all. This spot right here is the hot spot. Everyone parked right here on the side of me. Registration ain't up to par. You know, listen, I can't ride like that. You know, you know. The boys get behind me. I start saying, "Big G, come on now, Big G. Why you doing this?" He, he know, he know my nerves. You know what I'm saying? My nerves get bad, so everything gotta be right with me. 10, 9, 8. Ooh wee. Y'all hear any boots lately? Cause I have. Let's see. I don't wanna pick the cards, right? I don't wanna pick them because I wanna see what come out. I gotta yell because the phone right here. The phone is over here and I'm over here. So I want you to hear me. Man, it done fell on the floor. Let's see. Man, that sucker gonna stay there. That's too far. Listen. Now I wanna know what's on there. Oh, hold on. Oh, oh, oh. Just like I said, talking and telling. We talking a lot around my universe mother. I believe that your baby moms, that's how you say it, right? Want to be me. She one of them ones. Because when I say Shanagayin, she say, that's my universe mother, and then everything goes silent. Y'all want to know who Shanagayin is? You know that somewhere she's a Natura, right? Y'all is really doing too much. Let me tell you something, baby mama. Your dude watches me because he not your spouse. Before y'all was saying that's your husband, that's your baby daddy. I told you in your mind, right, that you was the one crying, talking about, is he with? Is he a part of? Then you went to remember the female's name. That got a pendulum swing from me. So she knows who you are. Because you said, our baby daddies is just alike. I hope she don't know that I touched him. You said it in your mind. You didn't say it out loud like you say everything else. She going to get her a finical reading, y'all. If somebody's practicing the art of finesse, it's a female. Because she feel like every time she hears snatch, then that means somebody wig getting snatched off by me. That's not me. Now she gonna stop. The thing about what's taking place with me, right, is individuals is gonna try me. They feel like there's no celebrity that has came out publicly and said that they watch me. So they feel like until then, they're gonna do the same technique. And even if a public figure or a celebrity come out and say they watch me, what does it mean? Like, why would they Why would they get on live and say, I watch either? That don't make sense. I said, when they know they got something from me, they need to quote me. That's what I said. Do you know how many people see me as an inspiration? You said, and I quote, if Ether made 100,000 in a year or two, then that means I need to be a YouTuber. That's what you said. So you was inspired by me. That type of stuff you get in a seminar. They gonna want at least 5 racks to tell you how much they made in a year. I said they gonna want at least 5 racks to tell you how much they made in a year. That's the finesse game. Y'all, you know, I said, what's her name? Alana. Alana is over 40 and she is fabulous. She's going to teach you how to do the splits, bend over, backwards, and all of it. You only gonna find Alana on my channel though. So when you see her, make sure you hit that info button. Cause Alana, if that's her name, Alana Alyssa something, she gonna get you right. She gonna have you all flexible, you know what I'm saying? Do not miss out. There be all kind of advertisements on my channel, all kinds. Y'all know. Anybody go to a $5,000 seminar? I was watching Lavish D, his recent upload, right? And he say, why buy a $25,000 Cartier when you can get one for $50? I said, he must be watching me. Wait. He said, somebody wanna know why he had a butterfly shirt on when she seen him on YT, and the butterfly, I released one with a butterfly on it. Ooh wee. And the thing about having thoughts when you with a Isakina is they get snatched. You know, when you with someone that is problematic, you know, the big G don't want you to think that thought while you're around them. So you gotta wait. Because they gonna say, he is going. I put some hair in the back seat, under his seat, the driver's side. What y'all think? Y'all think somebody ran to the car? I know they did. When I do it like this, y'all, they be so caught up. Somebody said, why you watch her? They told on themselves. You know, it's so many that don't know whether to watch me or not. They don't know if they're gonna be vindicated if they watch me or if they're gonna be outed. You should be doing what you're supposed to be doing, the right thing. I'm not the person. Listen, partying and all of that, being promiscuous, you know, it comes out on my channel, but that's not what's highlighted. Y'all know what's highlighted on my channel. Stop playing. If your energy done came out and you know for a fact, because I done got I done got your zodiac sun sign, your rising, aka ascended, moon, your Venus sign, and your North Node all in one reading. You know that's for you, even if it's for a collective of people. If I done touched all the basics, Mars is that means you about to go there. That's a fact. Mars come out, somebody finna come to blows. Now when she put it in the reading, y'all know it's her. Because that's what they watch me for. They feel like it don't matter because we all learn from each other. The point is, you be in there kick, clicking your heels 3 times and bearing dudes' draws in the backyard. In that flower pot right there. Why do I have to say names, Y'all want me to call out names when it's a collective. They all listen to each other. I done said that several times. They all listen to each other and they all decide they all gonna do the same thing. They're not listening to me. They say, Ether, I'm Setagesias. I'm River Maiden Mystic. I'm this. And then all the archangels here. It's like backwards. They feel like if they use my name, it's silent because all of them done tried to SPY on me spiritually. All of them. That's why they constantly come out. I know who telling. I know who told. I know who going. What's wrong with that? I know who going, who staying, who capping. And then when y'all forget and y'all go on the gram and that's not me. That's not me. I didn't do it. It's a upsetting. You done told on yourself. Because these ones, they want to be seen. I do want to get back to the women, you know, because some of y'all youngsters, y'all believe that older women, the ones that are old enough to be your mother, shouldn't be entertaining themselves on social media when that's the thing to do. The reason why I said what I said was because when I look at her, she gives me a certain type of vibe. It may have something to do with these women have mastered their look. They know what what looks good on them. They know how to speak. They know when to be trendy and when not. I don't want what I don't want is I don't want an older woman to be seen as something that they're not. But I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell you, I got a bonnet on, I got some flip flops on. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care. But the thing is, y'all don't have a visual of it. Somewhere somebody done got a whole platform off your mama. They always want to get you when the lighting is off. You know what I'm saying? You know, it look like stuff is there and it's not. And then imagine someone way over there in another continent, seeing you and saying, "Wow, his mother look." I said continent. What is taking place here right now is exactly what I've been talking about. Y'all come on and you want it to appear like they're doing something to me. Then when you get off, you realize that it's been done to you. I would rather y'all not watch me where y'all at. Y'all already know that that dude sits back, and every time he come to my live, he wait for something catchy so he could repeat it. He want me to say, Steve. I said, your name is Broussard. I done already told you to stop playing with me. Now, all the Steves want to know why you trying to upset them. Perfect live to talk about what Broussard is doing. All right? So now y'all know that he is one of them. And what? What you gonna do? I know where they're at. I know where they're going. And I know who want to be around them right now. I get mad. Slipping in the darkness. Who's the Capricorn? I know it's an Aries in here, but who's the Capricorn? It's Chestnut Checkers. You're the one that seen Connect 4 and said that that was checkers. Y'all be running around here on all these celebritized platforms on their lives and all of this stuff, pretending like you're them. And if you don't hear them, you figure, well, they're not an elect one. So you can just go ahead and eventually you'll be booking shows somewhere else and nobody will know, that you are not them. Y'all, I done said it so many. I'm under the impression that these celebrities don't really care. They don't care if y'all saying, that you are them. They don't care about you plotting and planning on their fam. They don't care about it. That's what I believe. What y'all think? Because I already told y'all, I was just a practice. Like, why you go all the way to the master? The Shalom Master. You went all the way to the golden child and decided that you was going to practice. How you do that there? Y'all not too smart. The one that, let me tell y'all, because the 13 is asking about the nurse, right? This one then got capped. So that ain't, that didn't stop him. He feel like he like Tupac now. Now, he's broadened his horizons. He's up in the game. Now, he wants someone in the medical field. He don't want Tatiana no more. Tatiana's the reason why he got capped. The thing about it is, you always choose the wrong ones. Even when you try to, step your game up. It's just something about you, right? That the archangels, the men archangels, do not like. They get up out of here. I know who that is doing the Asakina on you. This one, she do not care if I get upset or not. She has a mission and she is on it. You know what I'm talking about? I can say all day. She gonna say she'll be all right later. That's how they do me. I told you the women ones, they worse. You know, the men they don't be doing that. They just be, observing. Oh, going on Sophia. You know? They be getting on my nerves though. The women. You know? My universe mother is out and about. It's Thanksgiving. She doing what she doing. You know, if I could get 10 people to CA me at PEKA 69, I'll do a universe reading. So that means that may or may not be your universe or your universe parents. That, may or may not be. The reason why I do it like that is because it's a collective reading. If I can get 10 people to donate, then that means, it's worth me doing. Otherwise, the 10 people that donate just gonna get a clearing. Or possibly a reading. Who knows? Either you just said they were going to get a clearing. I know. Because they're back. It's not about messing up on live for these ones. It's about them getting you because you don't think fat meat crazy. What I know about the Big G is he puts things in certain places. Because they always want me to be cautious. They brandishing, talking about everything that they did in the last 5 years. That's definitely gonna get them caught up in 3 months. I'm for sure about it. But you are upset because I'm telling you that you've been messing with Osanaki, and this is the consequences of it. You think them people don't know that you into the Asifo? The craft? When I go on live and talk about this stuff, it get real for them. Because then it's no more, that's the fake ether. That's this, that's that. Well, I mean, y'all wanted to munch on my pineal gland and all that old wicked stuff. The stuff that y'all be saying is definitely recorded somewhere. So, remember, I'm the one that said, I am not coming to speak on your behalf. Remember that? I said that. That was me, the real ether, the original one. What's wrong with that? I appreciate you. Y'all need to know what universe y'all from. Y'all need to know that. You don't think you need to know? Because y'all calling on everybody else's universe parents. That's why you need to know. And then they end up getting something for free. This is why everybody feel like it's going to come out. It's going to come out because of all the stuff y'all do. You be talking about the celebrities. She shouldn't read for the you shouldn't be doing what you're doing to the celebrities. Because they getting this. See, this how y'all get freebies. Y'all felt like y'all needed to get them for free, and because this Ufalala is here, y'all getting them for free. I don't like it, but it's my job. I'm just waiting. You may or may not get it. You know, the ones that do donate, when it come out, you're going to know without me saying your name what is for you. Because that's how it works. I feel like you should be donating to a good cause. Aren't y'all some of the ones that said Black sisterhood is non-existent? This is the reason why. What I do know about being an older woman, a mature woman, and not in the sense of I'm old like grandma, granny, nana, you know. Because I gotta say that because some of y'all know. You know, I could say some things, right? I'm for sure gonna watch what I say because this is my bag, right? But not everybody get a bag like this. So they could be off on the gram or the talkity tick or whatever. They know what they can say and still get paid and what they can't say. They know how much drama they have to start and create to get a bag every month. Y'all just don't. When I went over there and I looked at all the factors that apply to monetization. I was like, mm-mm. But these are individuals that already didn't had a following. So it's nothing but touching a icon or something for them. I'm not finna, first and foremost, I got too many variables. You know, if you got a spiritual spouse like mine, he don't want you to do nothing. He don't want nobody to see you. He do not want nobody to touch you, say nothing to you. You know, I know who all of y'all spiritual spouse is. Because y'all are loved ones. I'm talking to the women and soon to be women. Because after you go through something like this, you upgrade spiritually. What y'all need to be all right with, some of y'all younger ones, right, in y'all 20s, 30s, is that the person that you love so deeply right now may or may not be your spiritual spouse. You have to be all right with that. If he happens to be an entertainer and he has a image, what he's known for, what he get his money for and everything like that, you got to be all right with that. You know, that's just that on that. Now, I'm waiting because somebody said that they want to set it on fire. They want to talk about my accusation. You know, and I'm still waiting for you to ask. Because we for sure gonna get some money on that one. I'm trying to tell you, listen. He already got something formulated for that. I promise you. As soon as he see a video, a name, you know what I'm saying? It's already something in the makings for that. The thing about my age, right? When my mother passed, she was 67. That was 10 years ago, just about. So they not my mother age. They just happen to be older than me or around my age. When you see them and you know who they are associated with, some of them don't like that because they like, I'm their mama, I'm their ex, you know what I'm saying? And you know, they you know, they have their own mouth, their own energy. They were there before them. That's the whole point. Whether if it's somebody that you got a child with, somebody that you was married to, you know, you know, your child, your parent, you know, it just, you know, at a certain point, you like, I'm important. Don't downplay me. It just so happened that some are able to capitalize off an acquaintance, off of giving birth, off of being birthed. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how everybody eat. The thing about it is you expect certain things. That don't mean you gonna get them, and that don't mean you're supposed to get them. I know y'all want to know who I'm talking about, but, you know, I'm only giving you juicy tidbits the way you like it. I'm sitting here, I'm saying that y'all don't realize that little hook she be singing when she around you, she heard me say that. And I was talking about my spiritual spouse. There's a whole group of individuals that in their 20s, 30s, and above that know that that is my bar. And you just be singing it around, people don't know if they got connectivity, if they're an elect one, because you feel like nobody knows about either. And you be telling on yourself all the time. You the bros crew to put a Dutch in front of it. You know, I would go to the bros, right? And every time I pull up, I hear y'all. That's how wide open y'all is. Spiritually and literally wide open. I'm still waiting for y'all up and coming release. She can't rap. The thing about having a ghostwriter is they gotta want to put you on. Like, what about you will make you marketable to a certain group, a certain demographic? It's like you come a dime a dozen. Put that in your lyrics. You know, if I were to produce a video, it would be different. What I notice is a lot of people is doing self-production because it doesn't take a lot with the stuff that we have access to. You won't know. Like for instance, Lavish, the the image was so clear. It, you know, I already know what type of device that was, because I talked about it in my reading. The only thing was for me, where I'm at, what I'm listening on, the sound was off. That don't mean it don't sound good in the car. You know, when you in production and stuff like that, you gotta take into consideration platforms. What's good, what's up to date, what's not. And then you might not have to spend so much on that type of camera because the sound you gonna hear it later and say you don't like it. I gotta do it over. You know, it's not just his stuff. There's a lot of musicians that have music out videos and the sound is off. If I don't hear no bass, it's an issue. With that one, I know the bass was there, but I didn't hear it. You know, sometimes you can like hear the bass, you can feel the bass even through a phone. You know it was there, you know, but it's just something about it. And I believe it's what you used or whoever used, and then when it got rendered. You know, when stuff get rendered, it changes it. I know because I'm a content creator. You know, some people have devices and they have no issue with recording because of where they're recording at, how they're recording, how close they are to the camera. You don't know if somebody got a microphone on the side or not. Just because they sitting in their house, you don't know if they using added on devices on the side. You know I ain't got no microphone. What am I plug it up to? The reason why I talk about what I'm not using is because they notice my voice. You know, now that done died down, you know, when you got new people come in and say, why she sound like that, you gotta check out some of my old videos. I'm not using a microphone. There's no synthesizer hooked up to the speakers. I don't even have no added on, no added on music. Everything is stock in here. You know, there's not no souped up one like that. I hope y'all enjoy y'all holiday. Let me tell you something. In my 20s and 30s, I talked about this. 20s, I house hopped. When certain holidays, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas. New Year's, if I wasn't out at home, I was at the club. But then, you know, after a certain, even in my 20s, I said, you know, the club, it's not really that important because everything be sky high. You can have fun with the people that you love or you want to love inside. While I'm on that topic, Boosie said he got everything you need at his pad. He said you ain't got to go nowhere. And she said, is that right? And I was like, yeah, one of them. That didn't happen a couple of times. Well, look. He said, you ain't got to. He let you know, right? He let her know. You come over here, you sliding up out of them. Or just don't come with on. We ain't on. You know what I'm saying? Don't come with none on. Easy access. Date. I got everything you need. Here, what you want? You want a bowl? You want a hang glide? You want a race car drive? What you want? I said, Boosie, you got a boutique up in that joint? She want to go shopping. Got one of the marts with a wall in there. You put a wall in front of that. She want to go shopping. Boosie said he gonna cook for you. Could you imagine that? Boosie cooking for you. She want to go to Thang Lounge. You know what it is. Stop playing. You ever just feel like it's an upset? And sometimes you just got to be like, for instance, you know, just for instance, right? Boosie, ask you out. You like, why? Like, is my 613 honey blonde wig looking super tight today? Or, she think it's the wig. So I got that smell good on. She wear that Donna K. You know what I'm talking about? I was enticing and seductive. And he talked to me today. Cheese. I said, Boosie said you can skydive at his joint. You want to go sky? I got everything you want. Everything you could ever ask for. I got a football field. I got a bowling alley. It's a race car track there. We gonna go hang gliding, ice skating. What you wanna do? We gonna fly to Bahamas? Cause I got a little room that's Bahama themed. I'm gonna put you on my back and you just say zoom and we there. Boosie got everything you want. He said, my parties be lit. Remember that topless one? He got chick old bitties running around. Look at me, look at me. Like how you snag somebody named, how you snag someone named Boosie, named Willis? How you snag somebody named Boosie? They playing, y'all. They want to snag a wealthy man. That's the point. He said he is Boosie Hefner. They probably was like, what? Yeah, you giving him. He said he is Boosie Hefner. Do y'all know who that is? Nah. Apparently not, because he had everything you could need, ever want, in his pad too. You think Boosie baby mama's mad? I imagine if I was his baby mama, I'd be mad. It's like, he all in front of the camera, doing all that. She just thought she was gonna be the one forever, forever. I'm sure they all felt like that, He said he the child support king. Did he say something like that, y'all? He said, I'm gonna have him and I'm gonna take care of him. You just gotta be chosen. How does one get chose by someone like Boosie? He got tick old bitties just running around. You know what I'm saying? He got the pick of the litter. Literally. How you get chose by Boosie? Do what you like? You like natural? You know what I'm saying? You like artificial? You just gotta ask him. Like, what type of female you want? Some of y'all need to be bold, when he go live, just say, Boosie, am I your type? You know, and see if you his type. I'm sure I'll catch it. Do you follow Boosie? Uh-uh. No, sure don't. Soon as Ether gets a connection, she's going to go follow Boosie. I don't think I followed him yet. You know, word around the angels is when they see Ether following them, they be like, oh man, oh man. They don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm the best kept secret. That's I'm the best kept secret. You don't know who I'm following because I'm not letting you know. You don't know who knows that I'm following them. When you got like gazillion, billion, gazillion, I'm definitely subscribed to your channel, so you don't even have to check. I told y'all the Big G, the way he is, some come up on my timeline. I'll be like, come on, come on, Big G, that's woo woo, and he'd be like, no, keep scrolling. And then after the like third person, he'd be like, he's not ready. In that voice, right? And then later on, I find out why. I don't even ask no more because if you come up on my timeline, especially on the gram, I know you didn't went to see if I'm on there, right? And then because I don't, I'm not trying to be seen, you don't know if I seen you or not. Why y'all, they messy. They so messy, they want to play matchmaker. You know what I'm saying? They just like to get started. They want to be starting something. I told y'all that's my choir. I'm not gonna say that bar on live because this won't get monetized if I say that. So, Boosie, if you see this, bust it down, bust it wide open is one of them. That is it.